Now, what have been the biggest issues you've seen from a financial perspective that holds businesses back? So many, I know.
How do I begin? Interesting enough, and you probably see this, I start out when we first have our conversations with the most basics. Like, what is the difference between accounting and finance?
Yeah, or a balance sheet and P&L.
Right, and even beyond that.
Yeah.
Because most business owners, as you said in your intro, when they first start up, they're very good at their product or service, right? And they're starting to build a team. Typically they have somebody doing their bookkeeping, whether it's an employee or outsourced, and they're producing basic financial reports, and they need a CPA to file their taxes so they don't go to jail. That is accounting.
Yes.
And that's all they know.
That's right.
But accounting by definition is a backward-looking function. Reporting, right? What happened last month, last quarter, last year, whatever. Finance is what they don't really understand. They've never been exposed to that before. Finance is a forward-looking
Oh, I love that distinction.
function.
Thank you. That's like an important distinction.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's, you can't, if you're in your car and you're going somewhere, you're not going to drive to that location only looking in the rearview mirror.
Right.
Right. You need your GPS, your navigator, all those things along the way, plant your rest stops, et cetera. That's the role of a CFO in the most essence of it, which is accounting is what happened. The CFO is based upon what happens next.
Yes, I love it. That's so important. So what assumptions are business owners making financially that are also hurting them versus empowering them?
You talk about profitability.
Yes.
Right? And that's important. But here's where I see a lot of business owners stumbling. They equate profitability with financial health.
Yes, that's right. And it's not always the case.
It's usually far from the case.
Yeah.
I even did a LinkedIn post on this the other day. But I've seen too many owners where they have a profitable business and it's about to fail because they don't have any liquidity business. There's no cash. They can't pay their employees. They can't pay a vendor.
I could talk a long time about those reserves.
Oh my God. Right. I wish they had some reserves.
Yes.
Right. I've seen more than a handful of businesses.
And why don't they if they're profitable, right? Yeah.
Because they don't understand profits are paper, right? Cash in the bank, cash flow, right, is the lifeblood of the business.
Yes.
And they don't equate that because, quite frankly, all they do is if they look at it at all, is the P&L from the QuickBooks, right? Which is, hey, it says I'm profitable. Look at that number right there.
Right.
Meanwhile, they can't even pay their bill, right? There's $20 in the checking account, right? That is the biggest hurdle mindset folk we can get forward with them is to build a cash flow mindset in the business. And that's not just, people paying their bills and I paying their bills, but do I have enough capital in the business? What am I choosing to invest in? Is what I'm going to invest in, whether it's hiring an employee, buying a piece of equipment, a truck or whatever, how is that going to ultimately lead to generating more cash into my business?
Exactly.
And that's a complete mindset.